everybody, Ryan Paulson coming from my backyard lesson tee. Beautiful Sunday afternoon here in sunny Minnesota. If you haven't seen already, I've done 2 videos, 2 lessons on chipping. I've done a putting one. I wanted to now kind of get into some full swing stuff. So one of the first things that I do when I see a player for the first time is I make sure this player understands the ball flight laws and understands exactly why a golf ball does what it does. So I wanted to shoot a quick video on understanding ball flight laws and why a ball curves, why it goes straight, so you can then understand when that shot happens. Now, first thing I'll say is that just think of these shots as all on the center of the club face, are nice solid shots. Anything that's a mishit, gear effect will happen, and there's certainly some different things that will occur when the gear effect happens, and that's probably a whole nother video I could cover. So let's just assume that these shots were all hit right out of the center of the face, good solid shots, okay? So first thing, I have Clubface. I have a little white kind of magnetic thing on here, and one thing I always try to remind people is that the Clubface is king, queen, CEO. It's the most important part of the golf swing. It really is going to basically dictate where the ball starts, primarily dictate where the ball starts, and then I have my yellow rod here indicating our swing path. Now, swing path is the direction that club head is traveling through impact when it strikes the golf ball, okay? So let's cover the first swing path that we can have, which would be an inside to out path. And I'm going to, let's say this rod right now is neutral or 0. If we have like I have a foresight launch monitor, if you swung on this straight path, we're just gonna call that 0 degrees, okay? So let's pretend I had a path that was 5 degrees on the inside, okay? So that's a club coming down from the inside on this path, okay? Now, if I came in, impacted the golf ball, and my face lined straight to that path, that's gonna be what's called a push, a straight push to the right. If my face was open to that path, I'm gonna get a push cut, okay? The more open it gets, the worse it's gonna start to push, okay? Now, ideally, when you're on an, let's say, 5 degree inside path, we want that face to be slightly closed to that path, okay? Now, when that face is slightly closed to that inside path, we are gonna get a ball that curves right to left, okay? A nice slight draw, or again, a ball that's curving right to left. If the face comes in and it's too closed to that inside path, that's when we get a ball that hooks and curves too much right to left, okay? So that's basically the ball flights we can get out of an inside path. Let's pretend we're at a neutral straight path. We're gonna get first, if I line it up perfectly somehow to that, there's my dead straight shot, okay? Doesn't happen as often as you'd expect or hope. Again, if my face was open to that neutral path, there's your push off to the right, or a ball that's gonna start to curve left to right, depending on how much the face is open. And then if your face is closed, now you're gonna get a pull that is that's gonna curve right to left. If you have it more closed, then you're gonna get a pull hook, all right? So here's, and I believe it's the National Golf Foundation says about 90% of golfers tend to curve the ball left to right or slice. So here's most people is with their path, swing path that is going, again, we're just gonna say -5 or to the left, okay? Now that's that golfer that has that steeper shaft and is swinging that club to the left through impact. right-handed golfer, okay? So let's pretend, again, impact. I lined it up perfect. There's your straight pole to the left. Let's pretend I actually had it closed to that. There's your, that's going to be a pole hook, okay? You can still hit a pole hook with a left swing path like that. It's not good. And then lastly, here's your typical left to right fade, is if it's just slightly open to that path, and then your slice is when it's too open to that path, okay? So the more that the face is open to that path, the more left to right curve you're gonna get. And vice versa, the more that it's closed, the more right to left curve that you're gonna get, okay? So I hope that makes sense. I hope that visual helped. It's really important that you understand the why of what your ball is doing. If you don't understand the why, then it's gonna be very hard to fix it. All right, thank you. Stay safe.